Good evening and thank you for joining me once again for a summary of the news making headlines this hour. I'm Ferdinand Molale. President Fikupne Pohamba says the government will put in place special plans to ensure that Namibians living in rural and drought-prone areas are supported. The aim is to build the necessary capacity to deal with land degradation and allow people in those areas to contribute to food security in the country. The Namibian leader was addressing a media conference organized by the UN Convention to Combat Desertification. He was invited to address the media and share the country's experience, as the UN believes Namibia is among a few countries that are doing well in combating desertification. President Pohamba said Namibia had put in place drought and emergency management strategies and a national policy on climate change, as well as a sustainable land management policy. Minister of Education Dr. Abraham Iyambo says although the SADC region has a high level of school enrollment of 98%, there is still concern about school attendance by learners. Dr. Iyambo also believes there is need to focus on achieving learning for all in order to achieve the Millennium Development and Education for All goals. He said this at the official opening of the meeting of SADC ministers responsible for education and training in Windhoek today. The SADC education ministers have been meeting in Windhoek since yesterday to assess progress on the implementation of the SADC Regional Education and Training Implementation Plan. The plan integrates the 7 priority areas of the African Union Second Decade Plan of Action and the Protocol on Education and Training. This includes reforms and restructuring undertaken by member states in their education and training systems, expansion of early childhood development, provision of free primary education with net enrollment rates ranging between 76 and 98%, among others. Parents of learners at the Kambimba Junior Primary School in the Mukwe constituency of the Kavango region have withdrawn their children from the school due to a high rate of teacher absenteeism. This is because teachers at the school have been allegedly staying away for up to 3 weeks a month for the past 3 years. A meeting convened yesterday to resolve the matter ended in a deadlock. According to the parents, teacher absenteeism at the Kambimba Junior Primary School started in 2009 and worsened this year. They allege that the teachers stay away from school after receiving their salaries until a week before the end of the following month. They claim to have alerted the office of the circuit inspector, but to no avail. The school principal, Sebastian Kamwanga, confirmed the claims as being true. The Agriculture Ministry says the ban on the sale and movement of livestock in some parts of Oshodonjupa and Omaheke regions remains in place. The ban was imposed last month following the discovery of 2 buffaloes in the Okakarara constituency. In a media statement, the ministry says veterinary officials are still doing the final investigations and tests in the Oshodonjupa region. After the discovery of the 2 buffaloes at a Kwenye post, government swiftly imposed a ban as a precautionary measure to prevent the spread of foot-and-mouth disease, of which buffaloes are known carriers. The move provoked an outcry among livestock farmers, complaining that they could no longer sell their animals, their only source of income. The ministry says it is still making follow-up investigations into new developments in the Oshodonjupa region, which has resulted in the delay in lifting the ban and make an announcement on the next move tomorrow. And further afield, U.S. President Barack Obama has told Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas he will veto his bid for UN membership as he tried to persuade him to drop the plans. But the White House said afterwards that Mahmoud Abbas vowed to press ahead during a meeting with the U.S. president. Obama had told the UN General Assembly that a Palestinian state could only be achieved through talks with Israel. But French President Nicolas Sarkozy warned a veto could spark another cycle of violence in the region. Diplomatic efforts for Palestinian UN membership have intensified, with Abbas preparing to submit a written application to Secretary General Ban Ki-moon in New York on Friday. Thousands of people rallied in the West Bank yesterday in support of the move. And those were the news making headlines this hour. Thanks for your company. Good night.